last we left off, the three of you were getting ready to leave the monastery. Phil, while you were recovering from your bad life choice of accepting the weird concoction Punk Bubbles gave you, Haru kept exploring the secret room and some of the other things that he found. And one of the things he found was a name for whoever this building was created for. It was Therides, the god of created wonders. They were sitting on top of that name for so long, but he found it. And also, while you were slowly recovering from your unintentional stomach bug that you got from drinking something you shouldn't have. It's the thought that counts. It just didn't end well. But Nari and Pesri were able to help you all get a couple horses so you don't have to travel the whole way on foot, as well as some rations. So that will help you speed up your journey, but also you need to leave quickly after your attempt to protect this place ended up drawing attention to it, potentially. So you get that information, you get some supplies to help you along your way, and before you leave, Haru gives you a blessing saying, "May you always find what you need to solve the problems you face."
A very beautiful sentiment. Thank you.
Of course. Well, you better get on your way if you want to cover some ground before nightfall.
So, I recall I turned into someone's backpack.
I believe mine.
Right, okay, cool.
So, if you want to continue being a backpack, or if you want to just, attach yourself, just be a barrel riding a horse.
I feel like Punk Bubbles wouldn't be good at horse riding. Just like a feeling.
True. That would be really funny, though.
I just feel like it wouldn't go well.
Y'all get 2 horses, and Punk Bubbles just kind of buddies up with whoever. Because it's a little easier to hold on to a person than not roll off the back of a horse.
The side thing, it's been a minute. I have for sure forgotten character names. Just so you know, I will absolutely. Well, also I'm Punk Bubbles. So I'm never gonna.
No, you're just
Probably
gonna say
not.
your name.
Punk Bubbles and
Yeah.
friends. They are friend. Your name is friend.
Is it friend-shaped?
Yes, it is all friend-shaped, even when it eats part of Punk Bubbles.
With permission, of course.
So there's a road nearby that's going to be pretty easy to follow. It's a wide road. You also have a very clear line of sight, so you can see anyone coming. Or if you want to be a little more covert and have an easier time hiding, you can traverse through the woods as you head towards basically the next town on the map, in the direction of Haven's Reach. So which way do you all choose to take? Go through the woods or follow the main road?
How close to the road is the tree line?
I'll say it's probably close enough that you can dip into the woods if needed, and you can definitely, camp in the woods.
Well, little one, if you're in such a hurry to be on your way and your merry quest, perhaps we should take the road for now so it goes faster.
Sounds good to me.
Keep your eyes sharp. We seem to attract trouble already.
No kidding.
As you set out on the day of travel, just give me a d20 roll to see how the first leg of the trip is going to go. Maybe whoever's taking lead. I will say, Korrin, you probably know this area better than anyone else. If you want to take the lead, or let Philomena take the lead, because this is her quest. In a way. Well, it's everyone's quest, but...
I'll go ahead and roll.
Or whoever feels like they have the least cursed dice.
14. I'd call that not too cursed.
Yeah. So you have pleasant weather. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's nice enough you're able to cover pretty good ground. And how do you keep yourselves entertained along the road? What do y'all talk about? What do you do?
Punk Bubble's just kind of like grabbing bugs out of the air. Ooh.
Ah, that's a cicada. A nice walking cicada. Very good.
I believe Korrin is now slightly less regretting the fact that Punk Bubbles has chosen to travel with them, because now there's less bugs flying around.
Yeah, Corrin's just naming off all the bugs that you grabbed. It's like, please leave the birds alone. We like them where they are.
Punk Bubbles spits out like a pigeon or something.
Okay, just hang on to it. It's already traumatized. Oh, this is going to be an adventure, isn't it? What's the matter? I thought you'd be excited to be on your way.
Well, I do like that we're moving. I don't like that we're moving in a direction that is where I feel I'm supposed to go, but not where I want to. Does that make sense?
Perfectly. I often find that where I end up and where I want to be tend to become one and the same by the time I get there.
Well, I hope you're right.
What is it like back home where you come from?
Friendly?
Friendly. Is that all?
It's a mining village, mostly. Mining and agriculture, mainly. Nothing valuable, but useful.
Useful is valuable.
I mean to say it's not like we're rich or anything. But there's a lot of good people. People who certainly don't deserve to be under the thumb of someone who doesn't have their best interests at heart. Anyway, the temple I live in is an orphanage. I've been there since I was, been there forever. Mining is difficult. It's hard work. Even, when you try and make it as safe as possible, it's still a dangerous line of work, which often leaves children left behind. And we also have neighboring towns who don't have a structure like ours. Export is not the greatest way to phrase it, but it's the word I can think of at the moment. They're orphans.
You take in kids from neighboring towns because you have a better support system.
We have the resources and the space, so we help.
Well, that sounds awful.
Not a fan of kids?
Not a fan of needing to put them underground to be able to live and eat. You should be able to just walk outside and find what you need. That's what I do.
Underground? What?
Don't put the kids underground. It's just a building on top of a hill. I think there's a misunderstanding, and I find it very entertaining.
The temple's on top of a hill. They can walk out anytime they want. Like, I'm not sure. We don't live underground. We're not dwarves. Well, most of us.
Well, you're small.
I'm not a dwarf, thank you. Do you see a beard?
I just assumed that everybody's comes covered in hair to begin with.
No.
You fleshy folks are strange.
Oh.
I'm sorry, are you saying that under the fur you don't have flesh?
Well, yes. That's what this fur is for. Keeping it nice and warm and clean.
So you are also a fleshy folk. I think the only one here who isn't is, Punk Bubbles. Maybe.
Whoa.
I'll take that as a yes.
There's a thought.
I will say, Korrin, you currently have some slime in your fur from Punk Bubbles holding on to you like a backpack.
And I don't really feel like licking it right now, because I know what happened last time. It was nice and disgusting.
It tasted terrible.
Do I still have those temporary hit points, or are they gone now?
I'll say at this point they're probably gone. But it was good that you had them when you nearly plummeted to your death.
Well, if you plummet to your death, you're really going to be saved by a few extra hit points.
Good point.
Plummet to your near death.
You never know. 1 HP in a dream, baby.
That's all it takes.
So here's a fun thing that you probably aren't able to hear over Discord, but is definitely showing up in my recording, is my dog barking outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's just, there are just dogs that live in the woods. There's packs of wild
punk
dogs.
bubbles.
There's just one that's chasing you with it. Punk
Just
bubbles.
barking. You all right there?
Yeah.
Bumpy ride? Having fun?
Ooh.
What's it like where you're from?
Punk Bubbles tries to they picked up a new ability, which I'm going to use in roleplay more than combat. Just starts to trying to think shadow puppets, but slime puppets. Holds out a pseudopod and makes 2 figures, vaguely people shaped, and goes, whoa. And then some kind of books and quills. Then it makes the people again and just makes them fall over.
Oh. Did they die?
You get a thumbs up.
Were they scholars?
You get another thumbs up from out of the thumb.
It's thumbs all the way up.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for your loss, I think.
That's okay.
Unexpected backstory reveal. Let's go. Kind of.
I'm
The vaguest of reveals.
completely unsure of how to take that, but thank you for sharing, Punk Bubbles. I've not been able to talk all weekend. It's beginning to be a problem.
Or you could just play it off as Philomena is still tired and vaguely distracted. Just a little bit.
Now, is she on a full-size horse or just a miniature horse?
Pony.
Just a small little Bill with a pony situation.
I don't know, that is entirely up to you, Casey. Did you get a full-size horse, a smaller horse? Did you get a mini horse?
Not a mini horse. It's definitely a pony as opposed to a full horse.
Okay, so I'm talking down at you then.
That's not unusual.
Oh, hey now. I try and be nice to all creatures that I find out are sentient.
Oh, I mean, I thought we were talking literally, not metaphorically. It's incredibly not unusual for people to be taller than me. Like a good 99% of people I meet.
Yes.
I think Punk Bubbles is, 3 feet even? Maybe a little bit taller? I don't know how tall you are.
Depends on the size of the barrel.
Uh-huh.
I feel like your barrel is probably not bigger than Philomena.
No, unless
No.
it's bigger than 4 feet.
In which case,
Yeah.
how is that on my back?
Don't worry about it.
It's just a little powder keg.
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, it could be diagonal to make it fit.
It's kind of strapped on the back of the saddle like a saddlebag, except for just a barrel that is bumping up against your back and squishing your tail a little bit.
Tail's just wrapped around the barrel. It's more for comfort than for anything else.
Uh-huh.
It's not gonna hold you.
It's just less uncomfortable for your tail, yeah. So, first couple of days go pretty well. You travel throughout the day, stop off in the woods at night, Nothing tries to eat you. I assume kind of take the rotating watches. Because, well, I don't know. Does Punk Bubbles need to sleep?
You know, hadn't thought about it.
Let the dice decide.
Good point.
Yeah? Okay. Not me remembering I forgot to bring up my dice roller. So what did the dice say? Does Punk Bubbles need sleep?
I rolled a 4.
Gotcha.
Do we need to be rolling? Or is it just...
No, we were rolling to see if Punk Bubbles needs to sleep. I was gonna have you do, like, odds or evens. Lex.
Oh, gotcha. All right, let me do that again. Say odds. Sleepy boy. 14.
It's a 15.
Oh, for you. Oh, I rolled a 4. Okay, gotcha.
Oh.
If you were rolling
Let's go with your roll.
on a 14, no sleepy.
So yeah, Punk Bubbles doesn't need to sleep. So just kind of picture the other two do sort of take turns keeping watch, but the whole time you have little eyes popped out of the top of the barrel.
But I need to know what Punk Bubbles dreams of.
Oh, you make a good point.
So he's just like semi-conscious and his mind goes off.
Maybe you don't have to sleep, but you can. You don't need to, but you have the option.
She has the option to
if you want
sleep.
True, gotcha. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. But yeah, I guess at some point you see Punk Bubble like a deep, deep green and just kind of collapse.
Oh my god, what is wrong with it? Yeah, Korrin would just be like, how do I check for a pulse on this thing? Oh wait, I don't have to because I can sense the dead. So I would know that they're not dead.
Very alive.
I guess they're fine. This is normal. It's not dead. They're not dead. So
Then I guess...
rest, little friend.
Yeah.
Just imagine you
say so.
patting the slime.
And it just goes a little...
Little slappy noises. Ugh.
And Korrin's just tempted to just, like, wipe it off their paw on you. He's like, no, that's mean. Grass.
You wipe it off on the grass, you notice the grass looks like it's growing a little bit better. Just like a little bit.
Just slightly greener than the rest of the grass around it. There, giving back to nature.
So yeah, the first couple of days pass uneventfully, and then can I have everyone roll a 20?
20.
Wow!
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. So as you're riding along, Punk Bubbles, you're the first one to hear this. You hear these distant voices. It sounds like it's coming from the woods, and sounds like a man and a woman shouting the name Emma.
From your back, you see like 2 eye stalks just extend in a direction.
Yeah, you can tell exactly where it's coming from.
What? What is it, boy? What do you hear?
Punk Bubbles turns yellow, and then a hand starts pointing in that direction.
Korrin's gonna just stop and listen. He's like, shh.
Emily and Casey, what y'all get?
17?
I got a 12.
Okay. So, once you stop and listen, you also hear these 2 voices calling out the name Emma. They sound worried.
Whoa.
I hear it, Punk Bubbles. Think we should go check it out?
Uh-huh.
Certainly doesn't sound threatening, so...
And I'll say, with the 20 Punk Bubbles got, he's able to lead you directly towards where the voices are coming from. And you find this little camp. It's a little farther off the road. And I'll say you run into this man who he's not that far from the camp. And when he sees you, he's like, have you seen a little girl around here?
No, we heard yelling and came to investigate. What's happened?
EB is going to stay safely within the barrel, meeting these strangers.
Just a little ice locks go shoot back in.
Yeah, I feel like at that point, assuming we're still on like our horse and pony, Korrin would just like reach a paw back with claws out to make sure the barrel doesn't start to fall. It's like, oh.
I'll say maybe like you have like an extra strap helping keep it secure. So you don't have to worry as much. But yeah, it's like, yeah, it's our girl Emma. She must have snuck out last night. She was talking about something about finding something underground, and we told her we're gonna look for it in the morning, but she must have snuck out last night and now we can't find her. I'll say the sun's been up for like half an hour to an hour at this point. It's early in the morning. You've just not been on the road for very long.
I see. And what does the child look like?
I mean, she might have gotten changed before she snuck out, but she's about 3 feet tall. She's got shoulder-length blonde hair. She's really inquisitive. She kind of has a knack sometimes for getting into places she shouldn't, but she usually doesn't sneak off like this.
Korrin, you're most familiar with the woods. Do you see any sign of the direction she may have gone?
Take a look around, see if there's any obvious disturbances.
Here, I'll show you where she was staying, and we found where she snuck out, but we couldn't figure out where she goes. My wife Philomena is also, and you can still hear her distant voice calling. They haven't gotten super far away from the camp in their search, but it sounds like they've started from camp and are kind of going outwards from there, trying to find where their kid went. So he takes you over to the tent where you see one of the sides was not as loosely like staked down. You can see where a kid would have been able to like slip underneath and out of the tent without having to go through the main entrance.
And did you check on her at all during the night?
My wife was in the tent with her, and like sometimes she'll have to get up to go use the restroom. I mean, we all have to do that, but hey, Lorana, we've got people here. Calls out to his wife because she would know best. And you see she runs over. She's also got the long blonde hair, probably where the kid got the color from. And she runs up. Oh, are you here to help? Thank you.
We'll certainly try.
So I got up a couple hours before sunrise, like middle of the night, and I had to go relieve myself. And when I came back, she was still here, but I mean, when I woke up, she was gone. So it's only a couple of hours, but I don't know where she could have gone since then. I've been trying to find her. She said something about underground. Can you help us?
Korrin, how familiar are you with this area?
I don't know. How familiar am I with this area?
Roll me a 20. I mean, y'all have been traveling for a couple of days.
15. I've come through here before.
Yeah, you've been through here before. You kind of hung out and explored these woods quite a bit. I mean, it's probably been a couple months, but you're familiar.
If she was speaking of underground, probably would have been to the east of the campsite. Don't poke fun. Do you have anything of hers here that I could maybe smell a bit?
They don't question this vaguely strange request.
They can clearly see that I'm a cat.
Yeah. So you see Lorana ducks into the tent. She comes out. Here's her blankets, probably got the strongest scent on it, and this is your favorite cloak.
Oh yes. Humans sweat a lot in their sleep.
So I think Hung Bubbles is gonna maybe come out of the barrel a little bit. Internal monologue. A lost child. I can relate. We should do something about this. We have the power to do something about this. And a pseudopod in like the shape of a nose comes out to smell.
Are you trying to be sneaky about this, or are you just like...
No, just weird.
Yeah, I can't help with this.
I'm gonna try and track this person.
So, high or low?
Hi?
Lorana drops what she is holding, and she and Maxim both start backing up the second they see this, like, slimy appendage with a nose on the end coming up over your shoulder. What is that?
Oh, no, don't worry. That's just Punk Bubbles. They're one of our companions.
Can I roll to, like, track, I guess? Because I don't have an ability for it.
Yeah, roll me a 20 to see if you're gonna be able to, like, pick up a scent, and... Korrin?
17.
Okay, you are able to pick up scent. I just picture, like, the nose, like, keeps going down to the clothing that got dropped.
So, I think what's gonna happen is Punk Bubbles is gonna jump off your back, but instead of doing the normal, like, humanoid shape, like, the barrel falls horizontally and is a weird goop dog.
Yes!
Korrin, roll me a 20 to see if you can convince these people, or if you have an ability to kind of, like, convince them that they don't need to panic about the weird goop dog.
I don't have any abilities for that yet. But I did roll a 16.
They don't run away screaming. They still look weirded out, but they look a lot less panicked about this.
I mean, Korrin was just standing there holding it, getting ready to smell it, and suddenly Punk Bubbles comes and like, that works. Alright then, you led us to the parents, you can lead us to the child.
Not gonna lie, I just desperately, I had the thought of a goop dog, and I'm like, I gotta do the goop dog.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Aren't you a ranger?
No, not anymore.
No.
I decided that being like a rogue cleric was like more up my alley as Punk Bubbles, so I'm a thief healer or spy healer.
The classes for this are more guidelines anyway.
The healer is because I like the idea of the goop being medicine, and the spy because I can turn into a barrel and hide in plain sight, and that just sounds nice.
Yeah, you are also full of knives.
I'm just so full of knives. So many knives.
This party loves a good
All
knife.
of the knives.
The weird goop dog starts leading the way.
So do you all follow on horseback, or like at least part of the way maybe, or do you walk?
I can't imagine Punk Bubbles is moving that quickly, so Korrin will probably hop off the horse and just lead it next to them. Now I have to name this horse. Not right now, but now I have to name the horse.
I think definitely the weird thing is the dog doesn't put its head to the ground. The snout just...
Just hear this weird wet snuffling.
Hey, Bree, thanks for letting me make this weirdo.
I knew what I was signing up for when I was like, hey, do you want to come make a fucked up little guy on my show?
Yeah, I love being a fucked up little guy.
Look, just there's so much possibility.
He's so gross. I love it.
It's the whole reason I'm a cat.
On the side story for Opal Star of the cleanup crew, we have Neldo, and Punk Bubbles is basically fantasy Neldo.
I don't know what Neldo is.
Neldo is sci-fi Punk Bubbles.
Neldo is Odo from Deep Space Nine, but worse. But more terrifying.
Played by Shan, who is lovely, but is definitely likes their nightmare fuel.
Chaos. So, Philomena and Korrin, you both follow Punk Bubbles as a goop dog as he leads you through the woods.
And we have now established this is a thing they can do. And
Yep.
The lore grows.
Punk Bubbles has gained the ability Goop Dog.
That's just what you can do with Quest.
Goop
I'm
dog.
very glad we
Woo.
switched to this, because this was
Goopy,
originally going to
goopy
be
dog,
D&D, but then
where
Wizards
are
did a thing,
you?
and I'm like, nah.
That doesn't. No, never mind. We're not gonna go with that one.
Goopy doo.
So you follow this goop dog as he follows the scent of where this little girl went. And she pretty much straight beeline. It's not hard to follow, but you do a wonderful job of it, Punk Bubbles. And you reach this point where you find what looks like the entrance to an abandoned mine. Looks like some of the stuff was cleared away out of it, and you know the scent is definitely going down into the mine. And you cannot take the horses with you, but there are places where you can, like, tie them up.
Aha!
Punk Bubbles, whilst mildly dog-shaped, just kind of stands up on hind legs now and points.
Good job. I pat them on the head. Ugh.
On your hand be it. Of course, we go down into the deep dark.
Figured it was my turn. Okay. So I'm going to use 1 AP, and I'm going to use Fiery Avenger as a torch.
That sounds like a sick-ass ability.
Yeah.
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 You see Philomena pulls out her sword, and it just comes alight with this almost forest green flame that makes a better torch than you would think a flame of that color would.
Neat trick.
It comes in handy.
Yep, especially when trying to kick warlords' asses.
Well, it really didn't help me at that point. But
You did hurt him. You just didn't kill him that time. Anyone else doing anything to prepare for this delve into the darkness?
Yeah, I think Punk Bubbles is just kind of like a shade of orange now and kind of looks like, come on, let's go. We gotta go help.
Korrin, you want to do anything to prepare, or?
No, I think all of my stuff should be good to go already, and I don't want any sort of sharp implements in my hands when I run into a small child.
Fair.
True,
you can always
true,
take
yeah.
out the fangs later.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So you delve into this darkness, and I'm going to need another check from Punk Bubbles to see how well you're able to track this kid down in the tunnels.
3. My luck had to end somewhere.
You continue on confidently. And about an hour later, the rest of you realize Punk Bubbles may not actually know where they're going. Because you were very lost down in these tunnels. In these abandoned mines. And there's no sign of the child. So Punk Bubbles, what do you do when you realize, oops, I got everyone very lost? And even I don't remember how to get back. Like, you just hit a dead end.
I think throughout that hour, Punk Bubbles has slowly become more and more magenta colored. And then by the time they nah, we're lost, they just kind of fall down and sit down like a sad toddler, and they're just fully magenta. And just
that's okay. You got us here.
So what do you all do now that you are lost down in the mines?
Have I ever been to the mines, inside the mines at Springhelm?
I'll say probably, yeah. I don't think you ever were a miner,
No.
but I think you've probably been down in the mine. This is probably not your first time having to go find a kid that got lost down in the mines, because running an orphanage, sometimes kids get really clever and really determined, so I'll say you have been.
Because I went with one of the lead miners up to the mountaintop that I got thrown off of. Do I know any tips and tricks from them about finding ways in mines?
Give me a roll and we'll see what you know. And also, you could also upgrade, since you do have reasons to know some things about mines.
Okay. So my roll was a 2, so that upgrades to what? A partial
A
success?
tough choice.
Or a tough choice.
Tough choice. You either know 1 to 2 tips that you got that were used by specifically the miners in Springhelm. They may not be sort of universal tricks. Or you remember some things that may or may not be correct.
I would like to choose the potentially non-universal.
You were shown the way that people would like mark tunnels, like marks they would leave on the wall for like, hey, this is a dead end, good thing down this way, potential danger down here. So you know some of the ways, like markings they leave behind. You figure whoever made these mines would have used similar markings even if they didn't use the same like symbols to mark that. But like you could process of elimination figure out some of them probably. You also additionally learned some tricks for how to, like using sound, figure out like how far down a tunnel may go, and other tricks for gauging the depth of tunnels. That makes sense.
Okay. So I'm going to trace back to the last crossroads we found, and I'm going to examine the walls for markings.
Are you explaining to the other two what you're doing?
So, this is not the first time I have been trying to find a runaway in a mine. So back home, they would use markings to show what tunnel leads where. Hopefully, these miners also did that. So see if you can find something on the walls.
I will allow all of you to roll a 20 with that information.
13.
17.
Okay.
I got a 3, so I'm changing dice.
Fair. Philomena, you don't quite catch anything, but Punk Bubbles, you do see. So the tunnel you had originally led them down led to a dead end. And you see this symbol. Maybe it was like marked a little lower down. So you see a symbol that looks like a T that's been turned sideways to like dead end. You are able to catch that symbol, so now you know what dead end means.
Hmm.
And Korrin, you notice on from where you came, the tunnel that you came from, because you all have been going down, there is trying to figure out how to describe this without just making symbols with my hands, because that is not helpful in an audio medium. So you see like this slanted line, looks like it's pointing up with another line connecting to it, so it kind of looks like almost like a ramp. So you figure that means that like, hey, you can go up from here, and then when you go to right across from it, you see a similar symbol. So like that continues on down. The one across from the dead end, I don't know if it has a symbol on it. There's nothing really marked on it.
How many ways off was this crossroads?
So you can either go back the way you came.
Mm-hmm.
There's a way to go further down, and you know one offshoot is a dead end, the other one is unmarked.
Okay. So I'm going to go to the unmarked tunnel and go, yell, Emma.
Roll me a 20.
12.
You yell Emma down this tunnel, and once your voice stops echoing, you do hear something that sounds like a response. You can't tell what the voice is saying, but there is a response.
I think I heard something. Let's try this way.
It'll either be very good or very bad. Either way, it's something.
Punk Bubbles, are you catching the scent again?
Oh no. Bree, am I catching the scent again?
As you start down the tunnel, give me a 20. We'll see.
13.
It takes a few minutes, but after all, you do start to catch the scent of Emma.
Yeah, I'm doing my normal biped look, and then I just the eye stalks kind of turn into a dog head, and I'm standing on 2 legs.
Good. Let's keep going.
And they turn like bright yellow again and start heading down.
You truly are a sight to behold.
So this tunnel kind of curves around before going actually pretty steeply down. Not enough to where you have to worry about falling unless Punk Bubbles wants to roll down the tunnel to get down there faster. That is up to you.
That would mean abandoning everybody.
Trip. Just hope you don't trip down the tunnel. I'm just picturing Punk Bubbles rolling down and then everyone chasing after.
Yeah, Punk Bubbles barreling down.
I will say Phil would not chase after Punk Bubbles. She would assume that Punk Bubbles can take care of Punk Bubbles.
Fair.
Which is perhaps not a great assumption, but it would be the assumption she would make.
I think mostly true.
True. I mean, you did pretty good against a tentacle monster.
Mm-hmm.
So, you keep going down this tunnel? You keep calling out, or what are y'all doing?
Are there any offshoots of this tunnel?
Nope, it just keeps going straight down.
Then I'm just gonna keep going straight.
It's getting colder as you go down, because at this point you're pretty deep underground. But the tunnel is like decently wide enough to where it doesn't feel claustrophobic. You got room, you got space.
It helps that we only have one full-sized being with us.
True.
Oh, my brain was thinking the parents were this
Oh
whole
no,
time.
they stayed behind. Just in case.
Gotcha. Okay. My brain thought they were with us this whole time. I thought I was failing to find the daughter.
Oh no,
Aww.
they stayed behind just in case she came back.
Gotcha. Okay. I missed that part.
Yeah, no, they haven't. You were not failing in front of them. You were just failing in front of your new friends. But now you have the scent again as you're going down, down. And everyone roll me a 20.
16.
4.
19.
Changing dice again.
I'm rolling rage dice. I'm sticking with this dice roller.
Jail for the bad dice for 1,000 years.
Korrin, you hear it first. You hear this sort of growling sound farther down, like there's some sort of creature down there, and then you hear it too, Punk Bubbles.
Call me crazy, but I don't think human children growl.
Not like that, at least. You say that, Korrin, and then Philomena promptly trips and starts rolling down the tunnel, boys.
Ah.
So I should, like, you're being quiet, then boom, clang, 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 clang.
Korrin will run after her to make sure she doesn't stab herself with a flaming sword.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be nice and say you dropped the sword, so Korrin, you're able to pick it up and it's still on fire.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to accidentally kill Philomena with the sword for wife fodder? That's mean.
That would suck.
Yeah, if it happens, it'll be intentional.
Yeah. Korrin, roll me a 20 as you try and catch Philomena as she's rolling down this tunnel.
Oh, man. 17.
Okay, you're able to catch her before she goes very far. You do still take 1 point of damage because you got nice and scraped up and banged around.
Oh, I love that.
You rolled a fail roll, so
I know. At least it wasn't a catastrophe.
true.
So you think Punk Bubble's not realizing that was a mistake. He goes, oh, we're rolling now.
So you catch Philomena and we just see Punk Bubbles continue to just roll past.
Whee! Well, that was... okay.
Straight towards the growling creature at the bottom of this tunnel, who is now aware that there's someone in the tunnel.
I mean, I did yell down it earlier.
True. It's now very aware that there's someone in this tunnel.
And closer than before.
So do you all get up and run after them?
I mean, yeah, we're going after Punk Bubbles. I'm going after Punk Bubbles.
I will keep up with you because I'm currently holding the light, so I can hand you back your sword.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Here, take this.
Ah, excellent.
So, Punk Bubbles, give me a 20 to see what happens when you get to at the bottom of this tunnel. Because it does eventually even out.
Ooh.
Oh.
You come to a very abrupt stop as you smash into something. And then you hear the growling sound is very loud and very close to you.
Oh. Hello.
And there is a roar, and let's see if this thing hits you.
Uh-oh.
You hear the sound, this whoosh of this massive sounding paw coming towards you. And it just completely misses and smashes into the wall next to you. And you hear the creature roar out in pain. And there's like tumbling of rocks. And it's just like it. Whenever you poke your head out of your barrel, the other two, you do hear this angry / in pain roaring of what sounds like it might be something like a bear. And you hear the sound of rocks clattering.
Can we see it at all?
I'll say as you're running down, you are able to see this dire bear.
Yeah, because I have no idea if I have any sort of dark vision. It's cat.
Cats should have dark vision. You have dark vision. We can decide how much. But you see this dire bear standing right next to Punk Bubbles. It has one of its paws stuck in this pile of rocks because it rolled a catastrophe, so it is now stuck.
Ah, that's the thing. Got it.
Yeah. It missed and it hit the wall, and then part of the wall collapsed on it. And it is now stuck.
Fair.
Oh, poor thing. We're just invading its living space.
So, what do you all do?
Emma? Are you in here?
So I got the ability I took this session is a Needful Hilt, which lets me like I have like normally the rule is I have like just a hilt of a weapon that I can turn into whatever weapon I need. I'm gonna use it as I can turn my slime body into weapon.
Yes. Turn your slime hand to a slime sword hand.
So yeah, I see there's a big old bear that's angry and wants us dead. And Punk Bubble stands up, and I don't know if you guys are close enough to see it yet, but one of the like arms turns into like a big like spiked mace.
Nice.
And like, hey, I think I'm just gonna hit it.
Give me the roll. Philomena, as you call out for Emma, you see this little head poke out from. It looks like there might be like a little divot in the wall, kind of like pretty far up. So you see this little girl's head poke out, and she doesn't say anything, but she just kind of waves and then goes back inside. There's a dire bear in here. She's not coming out of hiding. She's a child.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I got a 14.
Yep, that succeeds. How much does this hurt the bear that is currently trapped?
I think it's make like normal weaponry that deals 2 damage, I think.
Yeah, I think most weaponry deals 2 unless it's a special thing, which there's some like weird weapons out there like the Quip Flasher, which is a whip that will only work if you say a funny one-liner, then you can use it.
Oh, that sounds perfect for me. I need that weapon, IRL.
But you just slam your slimy mace hand into this creature's shoulder and just takes a couple snaps at you, but it can't reach you because it's like trying to bite you over its arm because its paw is stuck.
Yeah, I'm like a dark red now. It's fighting time.
Okay. So I still have Fiery Avenger going.
Yep,
So I'm gonna hit it too.
go for it.
A 10.
Tough choice. You can do damage, but it's going to get its paw free. Or you can disorientate it with this flame passing in front of its face, but you don't do any harm to it. The disorientation will downgrade any attacks it does, at least for one turn.
Then I would like to disorient it. I'm gonna keep it trapped.
So you go to slash at it, and you don't connect, but it does pass right in front of its eyes and just shakes its head, blinking. It is not used to light, much less weird, fiery, divine light. And it's just kind of shaking its head and blinking. And Korrin, it is your turn. What do you do?
I'm assuming that this dire bear counts as either a common or a minion?
Yeah.
Okay, so Korrin is going to use the opening of it being disoriented to use freeze and spend 2 AP to encase it in ice until I leave the scene. If I freeze a creature, it cannot move or act. The ice shatters and the creature is freed if it takes any damage while frozen. So they're just gonna gather shards of ice forming around their paws and force it towards the bear, and you can just see it frost over and freeze after it just looks dazed. It's like, don't do anything, leave it, just stop. It can't harm you now.
Did I see where the little girl was?
Roll me a 20 to see if you saw it.
No, it's a 1.
Catastrophe.
Oh!
Punk Bubbles,
Absolutely not.
you think this bear ate the little girl.
Oh!
You're just like, there's no girl, just bear. Bear ate girl.
I was told to just leave, but it's a catastrophe, right? So I gotta.
What did everyone else get?
Well, I already know where she is.
Oh, true. Yeah, fair. So, Punk Bubbles, what do you start to do?
Punk Bubbles thinks this child's dead, and this bear did it. So you see the one mace hand, and then there's 2 mace hands. But that's not enough. I think I take the 2 mace hands and make one really big mace hand. And I'm gonna go murder that bear.
Korrin, I will let you take that 20 you just rolled. Since you did just roll a 20. As you see, Punk Bubbles looks like he's about to just smash this bear out of existence. If you would like to stop Punk Bubbles from doing this, you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Since we're deep in a mine, would you say this is more cavey or dirt? Like more rock and stone, since they were, you know, the rocks that pinned?
Probably more rocks than dirt.
Okay. Which means there's probably, like, some moss and lichen growing around from damp, right?
Probably.
Okay, because I want to make it cool and use another one of my abilities. I want to command nature, which for no EP cost, I whisper a rhyming couplet to the plants around you. You can write your own or borrow one from another. Obviously, I'm going to write my own. Brief poem entreats the plants to produce a harmless effect by moving or growing slightly. So I can manipulate plants within range. I feel like Korrin's just going to whisper to the moss and lichen growing on the cavern walls and on the floor and the wall of stone teeming with life. Stop that slime and save a life.
Hey.
And they just kind of grow up around you. If nothing else, you're just like, oh, what, where, what? Just
Yeah, Punk Bubbles,
confused.
you were suddenly like covered in moss, and it's like just gently tilting you backwards away from the bear. Which, Philomena, you probably also saw Punk Bubbles about to just absolutely smash this bear. But you also see the little girl starting to like poke her head out of like the wall again.
We stopped him, but I don't know how long it'll last. Come on, we gotta get out of here.
Okay.
Are you talking about me or the bear?
Both!
Yes.
Amazing. Also, I would say, like, if that had been anything but 20, I don't know if that would have stopped him in time.
It takes a 20 to counter a 1. The dice wanted to tell a story.
Punk Bubbles, the little girl was not eaten by a bear. Hooray! She's actually in a hole in the wall.
Oh.
Hello.
See, look, Punky, it's fine. Why don't you help her down?
Okay.
Thank you.
Slimy extendo arms.
Covered in moss.
Covered in moss.
Is the moss slowly being absorbed into the arms?
Oh, it's delicious.
It's just a really fashionable coat.
Now you can see what it's like to have fur.
True.
You reach your arms out to grab this little girl, and she's just like, she doesn't freak out. She's just like, this is so cool.
Oh dear.
Kids.
Children understand.
Children get it.
Children understand Punk Bubble.
Children get it.
You're a slime in a barrel. That's so cool. Also, who are you people?
Well, we're not exactly friends of your parents, but we ran into them. They're very worried about you.
Okay, how? So, I didn't mean to scare him. I kind of wanted to go, like, find a thing, because I couldn't stop thinking about it, but then I couldn't find it. And then I kind of ran into that bear and had to hide.
Ah, so you have heard a call, haven't you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's a little farther than I thought, though.
It seems like it. Okay, so what have we learned today?
Always bring a knife and sneaking off.
No. Try again.
As you're slowly walking back up the tunnel, tracing your way back.
No, ma'am. Try again.
Leave a note explaining what I'm doing next time.
Nope. Once more.
Getting closer.
Ask first.
Okay, you did that, and they said tomorrow. So...
But I wanted to go, and it just... She won't say it.
I get that. I understand. I've had a call too. Snuck out in the middle of the night too, but you know what the difference was? Mine was inside my home, and yours is out in the wild.
Oh, I was just gonna say you didn't get caught.
No, I got caught. Okay? I got caught too. Mine was at home, where everything was safe. Yours had a bear in it. That's the difference.
I mean, I didn't know it had a bear until I got down here.
Okay, well that's a learning experience.
Don't wander into dark caves alone.
Korrin. Well, she's right. You shouldn't do that. Because sometimes bears live there. And when you wake them up before they want to, they get very mad at you.
And there's no other reason you should never sneak away. Only the bears.
Nope, that's it. There could be bears.
We're taking baby steps, okay?
Fine. So how did you guys find me?
A really good nose and an experience with caves.
That's cool. Where'd you guys find this guy? Points to the barrel, because I picture Punk Bubbles is still, like, holding her.
In a storeroom somewhere.
Temple storeroom.
I just fully picture that she
Hello.
is, like, you're walking along and, like, holding her a couple feet off the ground so she can't escape. Try and run back.
That's Punk Bubbles.
Hi, Punk Bubbles.
They are our friend.
You're super cool. Y'all are all cool.
Hello.
So how did you run into my parents? Where are y'all going? Where are you from? What's your names?
It's a lot of questions.
We can kind of just montage through all of the random questions you get asked in like the 30 to 45 minutes it takes you to backtrack your way out of the... Actually, roll me a 20,
Oh no.
Philomena, to see if we're able to get back. Find your way back.
I am having such weird luck today. And it's not great. That's a 9.
You either get lost and run into danger, or you get lost and find an exit that's not where you came in, but it gets you out of the tunnels.
Let's get out of the tunnels.
You wander. And you wander. And you wander. And after a certain point, you fully realize that you are not going to be able to find your way back to where you came. But using what you were able to piece together from, like, the different symbols and such, and finding creative ways to keep this little kid entertained so she doesn't start, like, panicking or getting bored or complaining about why is this taking so long, you are eventually able to find a way out, but when you walk out of the exit, you find you're, like, next to a town that you definitely were not near when you first went into the tunnels.
Well, that's new. How long were we down there?
Your stomach growls. The sun was coming up when you ran into their parents, like, it's almost down.
Lord.
But there's a town nearby, so you could probably find a place to stay while you figure out how to let her parents know she's safe.
Little child, are you familiar with this place at all?
Oh yeah, we just came from here. We actually live here. We were just on a trip for summer for I don't remember what. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, this is Eve's Hollow. We're from here.
What?
Do you have any other family here?
It was just my parents, but like we have some friends and they probably have a way to let my parents know where I am.
Fantastic.
Did you say Eve's Hollow?
Yes. I think she actually directs you back to her house. You're my friends now, so yeah, let's have a sleepover.
No. This is not a child that has ever met a stranger.
You saved her from a bear in her defense. And you took her back home.
True.
She lets you into the house, starts like rummaging around in a drawer, and she pulls out this amulet. Oh, good. I knew Dad probably left his here, but Mom probably has hers. Hey, Mom? Mom? And you hear a response back. Emma? Where are you? So Emma's able to use the amulet to communicate with her parents and she's back home. She is informed that she's grounded and that they will be home that they will be home tomorrow because they still have to come.
Better grounded than underground. I feel like Korrin, she's like, here, give me that for a moment. Sorry to be a bother. I don't suppose you would know where the nearest entrance to an old mine is from where you are?
No.
Oh. I was rather hoping you might be able to pick up a horse and a pony for us on your way back.
I mean, we saw which direction you went in. We can see if... I'll send Maxim to see if he can find them. Don't want to leave him out there all alone.
That would be quite helpful.
Of course, it's the least we could do.
I think while y'all are talking to the parents, Punk Bubble is with Emma and just like spits up all the bugs he was grabbing on the on the way. And they're all alive. And just holds out a handful of bugs.
Cool.
They're just being perpetually healed in the slime. They can never...
Oh, that sounds terrible. That sounds terrifying. But yeah, you are the coolest thing ever. You have a new best friend. I picture like, she teaches you like different like little like patty cake type games.
Patty cake sounds like the worst with the slime.
Oh, the sounds.
So you'll have to listen to that noise until she finally just like conks out asleep like on the couch.
I want to say Korrin's probably lit the fire just to warm the house since we've all been deep underground in the cold for a while. Let's make it feel more homely in here.
So y'all get to stay there nice and comfy for the night, a little confused. It's been a weird day. But this was the town that you were traveling to, so you got there a little faster than anticipated.
We did it.
Yay!
It's like, this this kid was being called to something. And do you all ask her about it or talk to her about it in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So when she's like, so we were going on a trip, and it's my first time going on a trip, and I was really excited, but like, when we left, I started getting this feeling like I needed to go back and find something, like I'd forgotten something, but I didn't know what I forgot, and it just kind of like kept bugging me, and then I just like woke up, and I'm like, I had to go find a thing, and I knew it was underground, and I didn't know why I knew that. But yeah, it kind of started when I left home, and I think I might actually be closer now, but why didn't I guess maybe I left something here? No, that doesn't make any sense.
Does your home have a basement?
I mean, kinda, but it's like full of stuff. I don't think it's in there. I think maybe there's something else somewhere else. So I know I'm not supposed to go out wandering on my own, but maybe if you guys go with me, then I'm safe, and we can find whatever this thing is. I'm trying to be good and not just sneak out when you're not looking.
And we should reward good behavior, shouldn't we?
I have conditions.
Yeah?
First, we call your parents and we ask them.
They're gonna say no, they're just gonna ground me.
Let me talk to them.
Isn't that where you're trying to go? Is the ground?
It's a very
You're funny.
good point, Korrin.
I see no problem. Get used to it.
2, if we get permission, you promise to stay with us and not run off.
Okay.
If you feel the need to run off, you tell us.
And if we feel it's too dangerous and we need to turn around, you listen.
Okay.
Okay. Stone, please.
She passes you the amulet. And roll me 20 to see how well this convincing goes. And I'll let you upgrade it because you know what you're talking about with this kind of stuff. Also, you have experience communicating with parents.
That is a 14.
Oh, didn't even need the upgrade.
What was the mother's name again?
Lorana.
Lorana?
Yeah.
Is this one room or is it several rooms?
I'll say there's a couple of rooms, like, there's her parents' room, there's her room, and they have, like, a guest space. They aren't, like, huge rooms, but...
I'm going to go into a separate room to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, Lorana?
Yes? Is everything alright? We're just heading out now. Should be there late afternoon?
Okay. So, we may have an idea of what happened and why she snuck out. I believe she has had a calling. Do you know what that means?
No. That sounds important, though?
It can be. I've been called. It was to a library, secret library in the base of the temple that I call my home. It's something that is very important and can't be ignored. Emma, has asked us to help her find the place that was calling to her. Now, I believe that finding it would at least mitigate her trying to sneak out again. She seems fairly headstrong, which I understand. I was too. Would you allow us to accompany her to find her calling? We have given her the conditions that she cannot leave our side, and if we deem it too dangerous, we have to turn back. Are those terms acceptable?
Yeah, I mean, it's a strange situation, but, I mean, you found her, and you know what you're talking about, so we trust you. If you don't mind taking the amulet with you, just in case, like, something happens, or if, like, we get back and you're not there.
Of course.
Yeah, just take care of our little girl, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I returned to the room we were all in. All right, she said you can go, as long as you follow the rules, okay?
Yay, I'm so excited. Let's go right now. She started, like, vibrating slightly with excitement, just like kid energy.
Okay.
Punk Bubbles is going to turn into a weird goop horse.
She just squeals in delight when she sees you do this.
The eyes are still just as unsettling, just on a horse.
All right.
She awkwardly scrambles up on top of the barrel.
Yeah, I make like a goop seat belt.
Oh, this is so cool.
Just tie some rope around it for a little rein for her to hold on to. Like, just do your best. You won't get hurt.
This is so cool.
Okay. So now, what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to feel where you need to go.
Thank you for listening to The Rise and Fall of Gods, and stay tuned to find out what happens next. If you don't want to wait, you can get early access to this and all of our other shows by supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/pseudonymsocial. The Rise and Fall of Gods is a Quest actual play DM'd and produced by Brianna Jean, featuring Casey Glover as Philomena, Emily as Korrin, Lex as Punk Bubbles. The Rise and Fall of Gods is part of Pseudonym Social, a creative podcast network changing reality one story at a time. If you enjoy our show, please leave us a review on your preferred podcasting platform and tell your friends about us. To find out more information about this and our other shows, check out our website at pseudonymsocial.com.